Mhm. All right. I am excited. Hello there. Valerie Walton here, coming to you live from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. And today we are closing out this three-part series on the simplest way to close sales and make money online faster with network and affiliate marketing. This is part 3. So very excited to be here with you guys. And I am on a high because I just came from an amazing entrepreneurs workshop, and the topic was on email marketing. So if you have been thinking email marketing is dead, think again. Or if you've been thinking, well, I know I need to email people. I know there's some way to automate how I get leads and close sales. Yes, there is. And email marketing is still great if you know what you're doing. It's a skill. You need to know what to do, especially as rules keep tightening when it comes to certain autoresponder services and certain global laws that you need to be privy to. So what I like is the fact that not only did I learn a lot in this 2-day workshop, we just finished the first day, but also I am confident in knowing that they've got my back in terms of certain tools that they've created for me, done for you stuff, where they've already considered that, certain autoresponders have rules and, they're in compliance with that. Also, the fact that, there's GDPR out there, right? And the fact that they've got that covered for me as well. So I don't have to worry so much about every little detail of the technical stuff nor the legal stuff. So I really appreciate that because that's just not my forte in business. I like to just be the face and get out here and, show you guys how to do stuff, right? Okay, so anyway, let's talk about this. So part 1, that first video series training, we talked about building your audience. And one of the best tools that you're going to need to build your audience is having a lead magnet. You're going to need a way to get leads, which are basically people who are showing an interest in who you are, what you do, and they're giving you a means to communicate with you, right? So that they are giving you their email, right? You're not buying leads where you have no connection to them, no relationship with them, no rapport with them. And then you shocked that they asking you, excuse me, how did you get my information? Right? Why do you think they wouldn't ask that question? You know what I mean? Like, you purchase their leads. That's not the way to go about it. And also, it's really important for you to build that list up, because if you want a long-term, right, a sustainable business, then you're going to want to have strong relationships with your customers, right? It's what every successful business has, whether it's a home business or not, right? They all have a strong connection with their audience. So with that being said, right, you use the lead magnet, you're bringing leads onto your list. Then you engage with that list. You are engaging with the people who are raising their hands saying, yes, I want to connect with you. I want to learn more from you. Now, I'm going to put together engaging with your list as well as engaging with your audience. And there's a difference. Your audience is the people that are your target market and your suspects. When it comes to that, that chart that I showed you guys about the sales funnel process, right? You go from social media to your target audience, to your suspects, and then to the leads and the prospects and the customers. So I'm talking about that first chunk: social media to your target audience to your suspects, right? That would be your audience. These are the people that are viewing your videos. These are people that are liking your posts. These are people that are watching your Facebook stories and Instagram stories, but they haven't quite given you their information yet. That would be your audience. Okay. I love the fact that I can grow an audience here on YouTube, turn some of my audience members, some of my viewers, my subs into my list, right? Into people that go on my list. So that's great, because that's the folks that I want to be able to connect with and grow with and sell to are the people that actually want my stuff, the people that actually believe that there is value in what I have to offer them, and they're willing to invest in it, you know? So that's the two things. Your list is the people who are leads and prospects and customers, right? And your audience is the people that are the social media, the target audience, and the, you know what I'm trying to say. Child, I'm live, okay? And that workshop was a lot, okay? But anyway, your social media, your target audience, and your suspects is audience. So now we talked about that yesterday in the second day. You know, what exactly should we be saying? How does the conversation start? How can I break the ice? How can I get things rolling with that so that I can get to a point that I can do what we're going to talk about today, which is the selling part. You can sell to both your list and your audience. If you had to prioritize, though, your list would be who you would seek out first. Why? Because your list is the people that gave you permission to connect with them on a regular basis, right? Why did they give you permission to connect with you on a regular basis? Because they want to be updated on any recommendations that you have for them. They trust you. And so with the trust, you can get a transaction. No trust, no transaction. We talked about that yesterday. So with your audience, though, you may have some folks that have been exposed to, you know, you and your content a couple times and they like you and stuff, but maybe this is that time, that seventh exposure, that eighth exposure for them, according to statistics, right? That it takes 7 to 8 exposures for somebody to finally opt in or to buy your stuff. Well, maybe this is that time that they see you and now they are ready to buy. Maybe you've put out that irresistible offer for them and now they're ready to buy. Awesome. Okay. And so now you can sell. But you cannot sell until you have done the marketing steps first. And your marketing steps are really involved in step 1 and step 2. Okay. Mainly step 1, though. That's where you do all your marketing. Now, I'm thinking about either hosting a workshop or creating a course all around that. You know, how do you turn your life into like just marketing? Because people seem to turn off a switch in their brain for some reason that is the authentic part of them, and then turn on this switch in their brain that is this professional robotic part of them when they go out to talk about their business. And I'm like, stop, don't do that. Why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. So I really want to focus on how do you make marketing just a part of your life so that with every post you're putting out, you know, there is some form of marketing in there, so that you can continue to have conversations going and continue to keep your audience engaged. That's super important as well. But anyway, let's what we're talking about today is after those steps. So let's say that you've made that happen and now you've got people on your list, you're having those conversations like we talked about yesterday, and you have listened for the clues to close. Well, if you've listened for those clues to close and you believe that you've put the pieces together and Eureka, I have figured out what would be the best offer for me to present to them based on what they have been telling me about themselves, based on what they are telling me is a problem that they want to have solved, right? Because let's face it, lots of people got lots of problems, child. But that don't mean they want you to help them solve all those problems. So you need to, in your conversation, figure out, you know, what problems do they have and they are willing to get help for from me. Okay. So that brings you to the close part. Now, I mentioned to you guys that there is some amazing training in the back office of the membership portal you have in the entrepreneurial community that I am a part of called MLSP. Now, mind you, MLSP is a lot of things. I just did a series on their affiliate program and how you could refer other entrepreneurs here and you'd get yourself a really nice thank you check in return, which would then, you could then take that and use it to pay for your membership. And then your membership's free forever, you know? But the membership part of it gives you all the training and the tools. And if you're new, and even if you're not new, you definitely want to leverage your business like from the break. As soon as you realize that's something that needs to be done, it's time for you to roll up your sleeves and start leveraging, and giving yourself less work to do so that you can make more money and then enjoy what you do with it, right? Go on those vacations, buy that dream home, or pay that bill early, right? It doesn't have to be anything lavish if you don't want it to be. So yeah, let me go in here and I want to show you the training library so that you can see that if you had a membership here, especially if you have one like mine, I have the premium membership. If you had a premium membership, it would be so awesome because you get access to this training library. We show you how to get started. We give you a checklist. We even give you a daily method of operation, right? A daily schedule that, well, it's not really a schedule. It's just daily steps that you would use every day if you are the type of person that wants to create more freedom in your life, including being able to fire your boss, right? You want to have more freedom with your time? Great. I just put up a Facebook post today about the fact that I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for my home business because it allows me to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. It's the flip. So, you know how most people, well, let's chat. Let me stop sharing for a second. You know how most people, I asked about how do you spend your family time? How do you do it? What do you do? And I happen to mention that, you know, most people can't even have family time until the weekends. But for me, I was sitting there in the middle of a workshop for my business to help it grow instead. And then during the week was when I like to go out and have my family time. But I know that most people during the week are exactly where they do not want to be. Most people during the week are at their job, just waiting to be able to clock out, or maybe they're, you know, sitting in traffic, commuting to work or from work, or maybe they're at school or the children are at school and kids can't wait to get out. And, you know, they don't get to go anywhere until, or do anything together until the weekend. And since everybody's trying to do it on the weekend, everything that they're trying to do, you know, every place they go is crowded. But for me and my family can go out to lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever during the week because I spend my weekends inside when everybody else trying to be outside. And I spend that on growing my business. So I can work just 2 days a week and make in those 2 days more than what most people would make in their entire work week. And then during the week, I can go and enjoy my time freedom. Y'all like that? I'm so excited. So anyway, we talked about that. And I said, I like to do stuff like go out during the week because nobody's there. If we go out and have lunch at like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Maybe 2, 3, because we can have a late lunch and we know everybody who has taken a lunch break has had it and they're done. But we'll go out to a nice place and we can sit there. It is like hardly anybody in there. The waiters are so much nicer because they have less to focus on. They're not stressed out with all these orders. And we give them a bigger tip for that too. But yeah, everything is just so much more laid back and so much more fun. Less traffic on the road, child. We don't have to be rushing nowhere. We just chill. Like it's just such a more peaceful, stress-free type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? And so I talked about that. Okay. Now, even though, you know, the post is really more about family time. And again, my original question was, what do you do with your family time? I was still marketing. I was still talking a little bit about my business and how that's the reason why I spend family time the way that I do. That's the cause. That's what's allowed me to be able to spend my family time the way that I do. You could start putting out posts like that to attract people and then have the conversations and then bam, you can close them into a sale. I may get somebody sometime today that reaches out to me and says, Val, how are you able to do that? What exactly do you do? And we could get into a conversation about it. And if they sound like, you know, that's a good fit for them, I'd invite them to do what I do. Right? It's really not difficult at all to start a business from home. And to me, it is way simpler and way more fun than having a job. I'm just not a job person. I don't like it, child. Okay. So, I do less work and make more. I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to do that, right? So then if it's a good fit, that is when I close the sale. So there's problem number one that most marketers have, most entrepreneurs have, is that they don't have their timing right. I don't know if you watch a lot of TV, maybe you do, maybe you don't, or movies in the comedy genre. But there's one thing about a good comedic actor or good comedian or comedian, which is their comedic timing. Yes, you can say something that's funny, but do other people think it's funny besides yourself, right? How can you get the most laughs out of it? It's all in your comedic timing. Well, there's also closing timing. How good are you at knowing when it's the right time to present an offer to someone? It's really important that you start to develop this, right? It is a skill, right? And just like any skill, it may start off feeling a little uncomfortable, a little bit difficult, but the more you do it, the better you become at it, to the point that you don't even think about it anymore. It's almost like a sixth sense. And when you do it and other people watch you do it, they're like, oh my God, you make it look so easy, right? Because I do get a lot of that. And I get that. But you got to understand, when I first got started in my business 5 years ago, child, the last thing I wanted to do was prospect and close. I was just like, no, please no. Oh, Lord Jesus, no. I was like, just what link can I put out? What link can I give people that is just so exciting, grabs their attention so well, and converts so well that I just make all the money like that? Because I ain't trying to talk to nobody, right? And then I realized something. Communication is expressed in many different ways. But one of the most common, most primal ways, one of the ways that is most understood and most effective amongst other human beings, is conversation. If I can develop the skill set of carrying on good conversation, and you're going to learn what I mean by good conversation in just a second, but if I can develop that skill set, then I can turn it into an art form. It becomes an art form. It's almost like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, right? But what I have to build up that skill set. And when I talk about good communication, I'm not just talking about talking about small talk. Hey, how you doing? And do you like martinis? And blah, blah. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about staying on topic, which is your business, right? And this is what we were talking about the past 2 days as well. This was part of the theme of making sure that you're staying in alignment with your business. So you have to be crystal clear on what is the problem that your business solves. And what by business, I mean you. What is the problem that you help people solve? And maybe the way that you facilitate that help is through the products and services of your network marketing company, or your affiliate company that you're partnered with, or through your own products that you create yourself, right? Or through your services of coaching, or done for you services, or whatever. But what problem does that solve? And then you're going to learn how to stay on topic about that problem so that you can get to the point that you close. Okay. So some things that you want to start listening out for is, what's their problem specifically for them? How did they arrive at this problem? What has been going on in their lives that has led up to the point that now they have the problem that your company solves, right? So that's key. Another important thing to know is how serious they are and how committed they are about solving the problem. Because see, some people just enjoy misery. And maybe I shouldn't say enjoy, but honestly, some people just do. They enjoy being miserable. But some people are stuck in their misery. And because they're so used to it and it's so familiar, they're not really trying to get out of it, because if they get out of it, then they're going to be in something that's not familiar, and that's scary. And they'd much rather be comfortable than scared. So even if that means being stuck in their misery, they'll do that. Okay. And so you don't want to just assume anything. And so many people are too quick to jump to the sales part when they didn't build the list. They didn't engage with that list. They did not have these conversations. They didn't do my 3 C's, right? The three conversations that I teach about. They didn't do any of that stuff. They just said, hey, how you doing? And then that was it. Child, I got a story to tell you too. I'm going to show you this post that I saw on Facebook. I didn't blur out the names or nothing, but it wasn't my post to blur or not blur. And the person who posted it, she didn't mind keeping the person's name up. So I'm like, oh, okay. But you're going to have to see this. Okay. You're going to have to see this. But it is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Okay. So now, in addition to that, when you're finding out a little bit more about this person, and see, this is why I say, tell me more. But as you're finding out a little bit more about this person and you're taking mental notes or you're taking actual notes, as they're sharing this information with you, it gives you the clues to close. It gives you the nudge. It will give you a red flag or a green light. Which one are you going to get out of it? Depends on what this person says. But if they're telling you, you know, what the problem is, how long they've had the problem, how serious and how committed they are to solving that problem, what are some other things they've done in the past to solve the problem? Because this helps you to avoid offering them something that they've already tried and don't want. You may think, if you're in network marketing, you may think that your product is so great and that it would totally solve their problem. But if you've asked them what they tried before and then they mention the name of your company, ooh, you know not to offer them that. You need to offer them something else, child. And that's why it's great to have a membership and be an affiliate of MLSP, because you would have something in your back pocket that you could offer them instead of your business, because that ain't gonna work, child. You can't give them something they don't want or they've tried and they don't like it, and they formed their opinion about it already, So you want to ask that, what have you done in the past? You can ask questions like, who else is being affected by the fact that you're going through this right now, right? Because many of us have family, right? Our spouse is affected by certain things that we're going through. Our children are affected by certain things that we're going through. So maybe you want to ask them about that. Also, when you're asking them about some things that they've tried before, this helps you to get a gauge on whether or not they are willing to put money into solving their problem. This is something you need to know as a business owner. This is not you prying. This is not you getting too much in their business. This is something that you need to know, because you are talking to them as a business owner, as a problem solver. And you can't solve their problem with something that costs money if they're not willing to pay the money. And even if they don't have the money at the time, that's not really what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is, would they even be willing? Because if somebody finds value in something, even if they don't have the money in their hand at the moment, they'll go get it. They'll figure it out. They will get resourceful. Okay. So you definitely want to ask them about, okay, so for example, for me being a coach, I coach other network marketers and affiliate marketers and people who are looking to build their business by marketing their business online and on social media. So I may ask them, what are some things that you've tried before? Right. So for example, with a network marketer, oh, I tried posting my products, child. I showed them my weight loss tea every chance I got, child. I post about it every day and ain't nothing happening. I'm getting crickets. I know. Because I'm not going to teach you to do that. Right. Or even if I'm thinking this person would be a good fit for MLSP, right? They need more of the right people to talk to, and they want to be able to make more money in their business. Bam, that right there makes them a pretty good fit for MLSP right off the break. And then as I learn more about them, they want to learn how to do it more quickly. They want to learn how to do it without a lot of time and effort going in. They want some done for you features, but they don't want it to break the bank. Bam, even better. They're a great fit for MLSP. And so then when I ask, well, what are some of the things that you've tried before? And they say, well, I tried this thing called MLSP. Then I'm like, oh, And now I can go deeper into that. I tried this thing called MLSP, but it didn't work for me. I tried to use the system and they took my money. It was $10 and I didn't like it. Blah, 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 right? They go on and on and on, right? And then I say, okay, well, can you tell me a little bit more about that experience, right? They'll go into it. They'll say, well, actually, I do need to be honest with you, Val. I really didn't spend much time in there, so I don't know what was in there. Right. I never really learned how to use the system because I didn't really put in the effort like I said I would, Then, even though they've tried something before, I could offer it again in a whole new light, a new refreshing light, right? Because now I can offer it in a way that they can see, listen, this is something that if you just put a little bit of effort, 1 to 2 hours a day, that's it. If you just put that into it, it will totally help you grow your business. And this time around, you got me. I'm an MLSP expert. I know everything there is to know about it. I know where everything is, all the tools, all the software, all the training, child. I know everything. You can ask me in my sleep and I can give you an answer, child. Okay. So when it comes to that, that's how I can flip the script and turn it around. But I would not have been able to do that if I never asked them what are some things that they've tried before. And this is why certain questions need to be asked. Okay. Because honestly, closing the sale is the easiest of the 3 steps. It's the easiest one if you've done the other 2 steps right. If you have a lead magnet, if you are posting in the way that I've been teaching you, if you are having the conversations the way that I'm showing you, if you're doing those things, then by the time you get to the point that you either got a red flag or a green light, and you got the green light and you're like, yes, now's the time for me to present this offer, it'll take you 2 seconds. Hey, based on what you shared with me, I know exactly what you need. And I would love to help you out with that if you'll let me. And then you sit there and you let that person think about it and make the decision. Okay. Now, there's tons of other sales techniques and sales psychology that I could teach you about Myers-Briggs personalities and color personalities. Are they red or green? Like I could go into all of that. However, this is honestly just a human experience. This is something that we do all the time. We're always having conversations with people. Like this is not something that's difficult. We make it difficult when we say it's difficult. We make it difficult when we say, yeah, but this is a business conversation. So it's still a conversation, child. Okay. So with that, first, let me show you exactly where people go wrong. I'm going to show you this Facebook post, child. That was crazy. See, I almost showed my Facebook with the chat box up. Y'all to seen some stuff, child. Let me stop. So let me go where I'm actually trying to go. Okay. And before I share this, let me make sure she made it public. Yes. Now this is my girl. She is amazing. And she is actually also a member of the entrepreneurial community that I'm referring to. And I mean, she's got more followers than me, child. She's doing great. She's in the travel industry and I love her. I'm not in travel, so ain't no competition there anyway. Even if I was in travel, there still wouldn't be any competition. But anyway, let me share my screen. Okay, so here's my girl, Lavonda. And Lavonda was like, I can't stop laughing. She blocked me and she was spamming me. And so let me talk about that. Because many people don't believe that they're spamming. Many people do believe that they're giving value. And everything that I told you on day 1 and 2, right, about what giving value is, hopefully by now you know the difference. Okay? If you don't, I'm going to show you this. And then I can even give you a free resource to show you the difference so we can compare. Okay. Because I'm like, this madness needs to end. Okay. So anyway, let me go back to sharing my screen. So this person, first message ever, first message out the gate is not what I've taught, right? She just says the person's name. So Lavonda replies back with a question mark, and she immediately sends out a link. Hey, here's a program that will pay you even if you recruit no one, and even if you sell nothing, since you do not have to advertise to earn this income, this will not interfere with your current business in any way. So you can make money on this and still focus on what you're doing right now. Go to the link right here, right now. First of all, who the hell are you? And look, they're not even friends on Facebook. You can see that right there. I'm not saying this to ridicule Lisa. I'm not saying this to make fun of Lisa. I'm saying this because this is the sad reality of most network marketers. They need help and don't even realize it. Now, hopefully one day, Lisa's going to realize for herself that this was not the way to go, right? And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you just how delusional some marketers can be. And I'm not saying delusional in a bad way. It's for lack of a better word. But I'm going to show you how delusional some marketers can be when it comes to this, because they really don't think that this right here is spamming. I was taught to do this. Don't you talk about my upline, right? And all that kind of jazz, right? But anyway, so she says that. And then Lavonda simply says, I don't recall asking for this info, though. And then she said, well, here's a block you didn't ask for either. You can play this block for the rest of 2020. Child, look, you came to me, paid no attention, right? Did not treat Lavonda like a human being. She treated her like a dollar sign. And she better be glad it wasn't me. I'm going to just put that out there right now, because girl, no. Okay. So, I mean, it's just really stupid. So Lisa just wasted her time. She just wasted her time sending this message out because, number one, she got moody when somebody said, I don't recall asking you for this. So that's just, you're not in the right mindset to be an effective entrepreneur, you know? Now, here's what I mean by being delusional about this whole thing and not thinking that this is spam. Somebody actually commented in here. I know I commented on this post. Wait, but somebody had actually commented in here that this same woman who sent this crazy message to Lavonda had also put this post up not too long ago. What do you do when someone sends information about their business to your inbox? Do you block them, cuss them out, take a look, join them, ignore them? Should people get mad over someone sending a message about business in their inbox? Stop spamming me. Damn it. Girl. See, these days people have receipts. They go back, they take a look at this stuff. They're like, whoo, no, she didn't, right? People do that. And this was my reaction. I mean, it's just insane. You know that there's such a thing as spamming, and yet you don't take the time to learn enough about what it is to make sure that you're not doing it. And this was posted almost a year ago. And here we are a year later, and the same person is doing the very thing she just posted about. And obviously we know how she feels about it. She doesn't want to be spammed. Why is she doing it to someone else? Right? So that's what I mean. A lot of marketers out here don't understand that that's what they're doing. And then they wonder why network marketing gets such a bad rep. It gets a bad rep, not because of the companies per se, but more so because of the reps within those companies doing this kind of rude behavior, disrespectful behavior, right? And again, I'm not trying to tear down Lisa or make fun of her or anything like that. What I'm saying is hopefully at one point she will realize, oh my gosh, I really should have thought about would I have wanted somebody to do that to me? And I mean, that right there is just a common courtesy, right? That's not something that I needed to go to college for 4 years to get, you know what I mean? So we really, as entrepreneurs, especially if you're in network marketing, as entrepreneurs, we really have to be more personal and personable when we are getting in touch with folks and trying to connect with people, because that ain't it right there. And my heart goes out to Lisa, because I know that a lot of marketers are being taught to go do that. Hopefully that's not you watching me right now, but a lot of marketers are getting taught to do that. They're getting taught to do those cold messages with a link. They're taught to copy and paste the message and send the same message out to everyone. They are taught that attraction marketing doesn't work, which is a bold-faced lie from the pits of hell. Okay. Every successful business uses attraction marketing. Every successful person, even celebrities, they use attraction marketing. We're talking whether they're politicians, whether they're actors, singers, artists, everybody. Anybody who is successful has done it, whether they realize it or not. Maybe that's not the term they give it, but that's exactly what it is. You have to focus on attracting people to you and doing it through the steps that I've taught you these 3 days, so that when it is time for you to now position the offer and you're trying to make sure you do it right, you can. Another tip that I want to give you is to make sure that when you are offering something to someone, that you do it based on what they shared with you. And this is why I start my presentation, right? I start off my offer with based on what you shared with me, because that's true. The only reason why I'm offering them something is because of what they said to me and everything that came out of that, all the clues that came out of that. So if someone is telling me, yes, I could really use leads because I purchased Facebook ads, that's not working. I purchased leads before, that's not working. I got cussed out, hung up on, child. I don't know what else to do. I want to make money in my business. If I don't make money within the next 12 months, I'm going to have to hang it up and just go back to work, child. I just can't, I won't be able to do it anymore. MLSP. All right. So I'm going to say, well, based on what you shared with me, I've got a great solution for you. It will solve every single problem that you stated today. And you can do it with simplicity, and it's going to be fun. And you'll be working right alongside me. We'll be building our businesses together. Isn't that fun? So yeah, I can totally tell you about it if you want my help, though. I want to give them a chance to give me permission. I want them to arrive at the conclusion on their own and say yes to me. I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to force something on somebody, right? It's against the law to force things on people. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be like that in your business. Okay. So super, super important. All right. Let's see. So now let me take you to a couple of really great resources here. I'm gonna share my screen again. We're back in that good old training library. And in the training library, you will see that we're still in phase 1 of business growth, right? We're still in the social media prospecting and recruiting phase. And in the closing and recruiting, there are 2 amazing courses here. One is specifically for network marketers. So anybody who was in multi-level marketing or affiliate marketing or direct sales or a top tier program or whatever the case may be, when you're in one of those types of structures, this is called Success in MLM. You can learn exactly how to do that. How can you rank advance, build a global team of producers, right? And also sell more products, get more customers, and help to build up your residual income. This course is amazing. There's also the prospecting strangers the right way, not the way that we saw Miss Lisa do, unfortunately, but this is a way for you to get out to someone that you don't know and turn them into someone that you do know and who also knows you, likes you, and trusts you. Okay. So now we also have some bonus courses here and all that great stuff. And then after you've mastered this section, not meaning that you've gone through every course, but meaning that from these courses that you are now generating at least 10 leads a day, then we can move on to phase 2. And typically when I have people who have joined me inside of MLSP, right, and they're learning right along with me, I will give them a free coaching session valued at $397. I'll give them a free coaching session every time they advance to the next phase. because there are well, actually, we're going to have 4 phases. Okay. I also have a coaching program that I'm getting ready to launch really soon. That's just like new and improved, just updated. And I know that people are going to get a lot of value from that. And that's all I want to see from you, honestly. All I want out of it is I want to see you to be able to get to the next level yourself, you know? And then I also have a program where there's a lot of done for you services and tools as well. So it's a really cool gig. All right. So anyway, you have that. And then I'm going to also show you inside of the social media networking and prospecting, I believe it is, there are some bonus courses in here. One in particular really helped me out. Video number 4 from my pal, Steve Krivda, who is also a coach with me, a certified coach inside of MLSP. So this is really good. The I don't want to be a salesperson mentality. How do you overcome that? And how do you start getting paid to provide real value and close the sale via social media? What exactly should you be doing? And so that's right here. You can launch this video and watch this. This is a very in-depth training. And not only that, but there is a blog article that goes with this to enhance your experience. And once you become a member here, I can make sure that you get access to that. You can get a trial membership right now, 10-day trial for just $10. It is completely risk-free. So even if you didn't love the 10 days that you spent here and you want your $10 back, you can totally get it back, no questions asked. So you'd be good to go there. But I really love being here inside of MLSP. I love everything that it's taught me. And if you love what I've taught you today, why don't you come hang out with me where I learned it myself, which was inside of that entrepreneurial community, right? And like I said, if you were to click on that link and get started today, we could even have a quick conversation about, getting into that email fast track workshop, right? The email marketing fast track workshop, and getting you ready to be able to collect the leads and build the rapport and the trust so that you can close more sales. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the day. I did also say I was going to show you how you can get access to this. Where is it? All right, hold on one sec. I'm going to find it. Okay. So I just wanted to show you. This kind of stuff, right? You don't want to do this. Okay, so hold on a sec. You don't want to do, how do I get in there? I know, I'll just save it. Well, you kind of already saw an example of this, but I want to show you. The difference. Where was that other one? Did I miss it? I can't get them all in this one screenshot. That's okay. Okay, now I can show you. Are you ready? Cool, cool. Okay. So it's that screenshot. That's what I was looking for. Okay. All right, cool. So now let me just get in here. And we're going there. And we're going here. Okay. So I wanted to show you this. And if you want the full report on, what to do, what not to do, the difference between marketing and selling, then you'll definitely want to check this out. So one thing that you want to know, or you probably have realized by now, is when we do attraction marketing, when I teach that, one of the things that I teach you to do is rely on you and make sure that you have control of your business and that you're branding yourself and not branding the company that you're a part of. They already have a brand. They don't need you for that. They just need you to give them your list, right? And now if you give them your list, you've lost control. They've got all the control. And at any day, they can close down, they can kick you out, they can do whatever they want to do. And then where does that leave you? So if you brand yourself up front, that is a big old insurance policy that you put on the longevity, right, and the stability of your business. And one of the ways that you do that is in how you get out here on social media, how you post, how you present yourself. So for example, if you're in a health and wellness companies, okay, you're in a health and wellness company, let's say you got some kind of weight loss product here, right? And then this would be the wrong way to do it. Doing things like posting, I just joined a company and we have the best weight loss products. Oh my gosh, get it now before we run out. Check this out. No kidding. It's got oils from the Amazon only found on a crocodile's back, and it will get you skinny right now. It hasn't been tested on any humans yet, but I'm sure it's fine. Click the link. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, right? That doesn't do anything for anybody. And I see this all the time. Hey, you guys, check this out. Hey, you guys, look at this. Why? Why should I? What's it got to do with me? I'm busy. I'm scrolling through Facebook. I want to catch something that's going to catch my eye. I'll pay attention to that. This doesn't catch my eye. You want something, but I want something. I want what's in it for me, not what's in it for you. You want me to look at your post. You see the difference? So this would be the wrong way to do it in a post, and this would definitely be the wrong way to do it in Messenger. Hi, I like connecting with like-minded people. You don't know me. We never spoken, but I really have an awesome weight loss supplement. I can send you a free sample if you're interested. Again, this person's focus is on I'm giving them something for free. That's value. No, you did not take the time to build a connection with them. And here this person is upset and offended, saying, WTF? I don't need to lose weight. Block. I've actually had somebody send me that. Y'all, typically, I am only 113 pounds. I'm 5'1". At this point, I'm more like 128. I did gain some weight and I feel so good. I've been trying to gain weight for the longest time. But anyway, I'm only about anywhere between 110 and 120 pounds at any given time. And I'm 5'1", and the weight goes in all the right places so far. Thank God. I don't need to lose weight. Matter of fact, I had been trying to gain weight for many years. So for somebody to pop a message in there like that, I know you don't give a damn about me. I know you didn't even look at any of my pictures. You didn't check out my profile. Like, because you could see in my picture, I don't need to lose weight. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? If you're being very impersonable, if you are, only concerned with yourself and wanting somebody to do what you want them to do, you come across as very manipulative, very salesy, and you don't want to do that. And so the right way to do it would be, again, this is giving the value. You talk about the solutions to your audience's problem. You provide a valuable content, like say this fat burning cheat sheet that will address their questions and concerns. If your audience wants to lose weight, then you create content that gives them tips on how to do so. So something like, I just released a new fat burning cheat sheet. It covers 7 simple morning rituals to shed 10 pounds in 30 days without any cardio. I'm really excited about it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to send it to you for free. Stuff like this. That's what you want to do. This is way more professional. way more caring and compassionate than just, oh my gosh, we've got essential oils from the Amazon off a crocodile's back. Get it. Right? The insanity, darling, the insanity. Okay. Let me see. All right, I was just making sure I didn't miss something I was waiting on. Okay, so now not only do you have that, but I can even make this available for you too if you would like it. You just have to let me know that you want it. And that is this. Pulling this up now too, if it'll let me. Okay, see, I'm trying to get to all of this stuff in real time, child. I'm trying to get it to you, honey. I want to make sure you got it. So again, I told you about that article from Steve Krivda. My pal, I've known him for years, and he is so good at this. He actually is certified in NLP. And if you don't know what NLP stands for, that is neuro linguistic programming. So that is like super big right now. And it is so effective in helping you to help other people. And so I just wanted to show you some of the things that get covered in this article. So hold on a sec. Come on, take the screenshot. So if you want to get access to the entire article, you totally can, because it also includes some videos in here. Okay. Ah, it's not do it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. I mean, there's so much good stuff in here. I'm trying to find some really cool stuff. All right. I think this will be good. So let me get on back into it. Share my screen again. Okay, here we go. So when you check out this article here, you'll notice in the top of the article, you're going to see this. It's a quick navigation. Tell me if this would help you out. If it will, I would love for you to put an X in the chat. And I don't care if you're watching me live or if you're catching the replay. I want you to drop an X if any one, just one of these things inside of this quick navigation would help you feel like you could be a little bit more confident with closing sales, or thinks that would help you in some way, right? So we're going to cover things like why you're not closing sales, because we got to pinpoint the problem before we can find a solution, right? Why you may be sabotaging the sale before it ever even occurs, because just about every time it has nothing to do with, how much money your product is or whatever. It is always a mindset thing. The anatomy of a sales close. So breaking it down, what does that look like? Some of your own objections that might be costing you sales. So forget their objections. Let's talk about yours first, right? How to stay in control of the conversation. Sometimes people feel like they don't know what the hell they just got into, right? They were in over their heads. The conversation kind of got away from them, right? And now they don't know what to do, and they ain't close no sale either. Oh crap. So we cover that. How the flow of the sales close conversation should look, how to quickly and calmly handle objections like a pro, because yes, you will get some. There will be an occasion here or there. Maybe you forgot to ask a certain question and bam, you think they're ready to go sign up, child. And they sitting up there like, wait, I don't know about this, right? So you can handle these objections like a pro. Then there are some NLP sales closing techniques. There's also a way for you to build rapport so that you can increase your conversion rates. And then finally, a conclusion. So for example, here's something else that's in that article. The sales closing is not you convincing, bargaining with people, pleading, or persuading, but it is an exchange of value, something that your buyer has for something that you have, right? There's also, whoops. Oh, that was it. That was all I had. But just a couple of things that I wanted to show you that is in there. Just imagine as you go through each one of those parts of that information, that training to really help you out, right? So that's going to be great. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for these past 60 minutes or so. Get ready, because starting next week, come Monday, we're going to be diving into some really amazing things that I know that will help you as an affiliate marketer, or you as a network marketer, and all of us who are in business just looking to go next level and wanting to make things easier on ourselves as we grow that home business. So I'm very, very, very excited to be working with you next week. So meet me back here starting Monday. I'll be live at 5 once again.